An Ottawa County teen recovering tonight after she was hit by a truck. Its driver allegedly distracted while reaching for his cell phone. Tonight, we continue to explore the issue of distracted driving. Brian Sterling is in the newsroom with more on this now. Brian?
Well, Sue, let's introduce you to Jack Pete. He's with AAA of Michigan. Jack, thanks for coming in tonight.
Absolutely.
Let's start with the premise, and I saw this stat somewhere. 98% of drivers surveyed think that they're a good driver.
That's correct.
So there's a disconnect there already. We're in denial. Why do we think that it's always the other guy's problem?
Well, I'm not sure. I think probably because oftentimes people haven't been involved in some type of a crash, and so they think, well, it's not me, so it's obviously somebody else.
Technology in the car, it's relatively a new phenomenon, maybe 10, 15 years old for many of us, navigating cell phones now with the MP3 players in there and anything else that you've got going on, a DVD playing. It starts to compound, doesn't it? When you put that kind of technology in the car, and then you put people in the car.
Absolutely. People forget that driving, you know, they're trying to multitask because there's so many things that they're trying to do. They forget that driving is a multitasking job in itself, and they need to really focus in on that. And like you said, all compounds as you add all these different things along.
We saw a study, too. We examined this in great detail a couple of summers ago with our successful Drive to Live program, that the brain relies on the same area of the brain for operating the vehicle and for carrying on a conversation. So the brain's constantly trying to compensate when it's in that situation, and obviously it leads to distractions on the road. What is your advice as we move forward and you see these things start to play out for people in the car and what they should be doing?
Well, you know, it's difficult to tell people just don't do things, you know, so we try and tell people to manage the distractions and think about, you know, before they pick up a cell phone and use it and where they are in traffic and those types of things, and if you can put it off, put it off. But definitely anything that takes your eyes off of the road for any length of time is going to be dangerous. At 68 miles an hour, you travel the length of a football field in about 3 seconds.
Right.
So you need to really manage those distractions.
And I know we're emphasizing the technology aspect of it in the incursion into the driving compartment, but it's not just that. It's folks eating, tending to their household duties, makeup, that kind of stuff. Distractions, period.
Absolutely. There's so many. We focus on cell phones because that's what people see when they're, you know, driving on the road, somebody on a cell phone. But passengers in the vehicle, video billboards, all those things outside of the car and inside the car.
Stay safe.
Absolutely.
All right. Jack Pete with AAA has got some great advice. We're linking it up on the web at woodtv.com. Sue, we'll go back up to you.
Brian, thank you. Before we head into